I'm joined now by former ADC presidential candidate Dumebi Kachuku on the news at 10. We're looking at about 10 newly created or modified ministries with 45 substantive ministers. What do you make of this new structure on the day the ministers are sworn in?
I think that Mr. President has his ideas about how he wants to refocus the economy. I believe that he's put in place a model that he believes will work for him. I think the taste of the pudding will be in the eating. And right now, I think like most Nigerians, we are watching to see how this will make for more efficient governance, how this will increase deliverables, how this will solve our teething problems. So the jury is still out. We're all watching to see what will happen. In some cases, some people believe that you have round pegs in round holes, and in some cases, people believe that you have round pegs in square holes. But again, the taste of the pudding will be in the eating. I personally want to believe and hope for the best that that this team, they might not seem to be what we expect or what we wanted, but I want to believe that the president knows what's best at this point. He knows what he wants, and he believes that these people will deliver for him.
So let's look at the Minister of Gas Resources, for instance, is separated from the petroleum resources. We're ranked 8th amongst the top countries in the world with the highest gas reserves. And this current administration is also talking about alternatives in compressed natural gas. Is that something you're equally optimistic about?
Well, we are more of a gas country than an oil country. We've not really explored to the fullest potential our gas reserves. It makes sense for us to start looking at gas, start growing that potential, start building the infrastructure to enable us market that resource. If having a minister that is solely dedicated to that will make this happen, so be it. But it's high time we started taking advantage of that God-given resource that we have.
So quite a number of the new ministers resumed at their ministries today. What's that one thing you think they must do differently if they're going to succeed, particularly at this crucial time in the nation's history?
Well, my advice to the new cabinet, to the new ministers is this. When you were sworn in today, you were sworn in to represent Nigeria. You were not sworn in to represent a party, the APC. If you represent Nigeria, you must first and foremost begin to understand what Nigerians need, what they want, what the problems are. You must have a collaborative approach towards solving our nation's problems. We must do away with the last 8 years of APC government in the approach that said it's about APC and the rest. No, we must bring all Nigerians together and know that this government is for all Nigerian people. That way we can get the best out of Nigerian people, get them to support the government, get them to feel that they're a part of this government, and in a collaborative way, solve our nation's problems. Any minister that gets in there and believes that it's about friends and cronies and the parties has failed from the beginning. They must understand what the issues are in every ministry. If you listen to some of the statements, it's very clear that some of them still seem overwhelmed. They haven't gotten a complete grasp, but there are those who it's also clear that they have done their study, they know what is before them, and they are going to hit the ground running.
I agree with you that it's done now, and their numbers are counting. Their days in office have started counting. That's our time. Dumebi Kachuku, former ADC presidential candidate, thank you for talking to us on the news tonight.
Thanks for having me.